So this is a short presentation about why should you care about joining SMPTE. Well, first of all, if you watch any major programs like Netflix, their programs are in HDR and high dynamic range, audio, all those technologies are standardized in SMPTE. If you go to a movie theater, how many have been to a Dolby Cinema or an IMAX theater? All those standards are derived and developed in SMPTE. By the way, I just saw Marvels. No. Even though it was in Dolby Cinema, don't go. If you care about the future of storytelling, SMPTE is the place to go. And I've heard from a lot of students over the years, especially those who are not engineers, that, oh, I've got to be a rocket scientist to join SMPTE. No, you don't. If you care about storytelling, a lot of the things we do have a lot of creatives. Jim Cameron, Ang Lee, they're all members. Wozniak actually came to our awards event to give out our Fellows Awards. So we have a lot of the creatives as well as the technologists. And it's the two, the art and science of storytelling, that we're all about. Here's a photo from the National Association of Broadcasters show. How many are familiar with that? Hands? Yeah, it's an event. I see a lot of students. It's an event in Las Vegas every April for many, many years where broadcast technology providers, a lot of the folks mentioned here, come to show their latest technology to potential buyers. And so it's a place where people come to learn about the technology. SMPTE has been an invited guest there for years. This is an event you see a lot of students. And if you're lucky, you can come there as a SMPTE member perhaps next April, because it's about the people. And one of the things you'll hear me say time and time again, it's not only what you know, it's who you know in this industry. So take advantage. SMPTE is an organization with thousands of members, including a few companies you might recognize here. These are just in the Bay Area, from Apple, Google, Microsoft, Disney, and there are more. Sony, Dolby, my former alma mater. I just retired on Friday. Don't congratulate me. You can commiserate with me. No, but and this is one of my passions, so I'll do this. And so, why SMPTE? I mentioned people. It's a global community. We have about 6,000 members. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Enhancing your career. If you have SMPTE on your resume as a student and you go to some of the companies I mentioned, it opens a door. Trust me, I used to hire people. You see SMPTE on the resume, it's a door opener. Recognition. We very much recognize our members for outstanding contributions to the industry. As I joke, Walt Disney was a SMPTE Fellow, which is the highest honor conferred on people who contribute to the industry. I'm a SMPTE Fellow as well. The difference is I'm alive and he's not. And finally, perhaps the most important is knowledge. School teaches you the basics, basics of television, basics of communications theory. SMPTE teaches you the state of the art. All the developments in high dynamic range, before it even became in part of the educational curriculum, was standardized and developed in SMPTE, and the experts that can teach you about it are there. You want to learn about cinema? We have many different simple courses that you can learn. The SMPTE Journal teaches you a lot about what's going on in the industry. So it's really worth your time. And it is the art and the science of storytelling. We have conferences, the webinars, seminars, and that SMPTE Journal, as well as the international standards. So it's a community of 5,000 or 6,000 of the leading professionals in the world. So taken all together, the people, elevating your career, recognition, and knowledge. I like euphemisms. So it's the Smpte Perks, right? An equal success. But joking aside, it is one of the benefits. And as you heard earlier from John, as a student, we really want to encourage you to get involved. So it's free. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? So to join, John put it up earlier before, mysmpte.org. And we'd love to have a lot more students in our San Francisco section. John mentioned De Anza and now San Francisco State. So we hope to get even more students involved. And the big thing is communities. We have 33 student chapters around the globe, Australia, Europe, Asia. So one of the things we want to do is have the student chapters get involved with each other and make friends. Remember, it's who you know as much as what you know. And if you ever go visiting, we were joking earlier about maybe there'll be a student that goes to Australia as part of being the best student SMPTE member. Anyway, it's your society, use it. And with that, I will stop.